In today's video I'll show you how to make a red velvet cake step by step. It is very simple. It's velvety, incredibly soft and fluffy. Step by step, very simple. Okay, first we're gonna start with our dry ingredients and we have to mix them all together. So we need 360 grams of sponge flour. To this we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Make sure your baking powder is fresh, otherwise your cake not gonna not gonna turn out right. It's important the baking soda is fresh. We're gonna add to this 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cacao powder. 2 tablespoons are about 10 grams. To this we're gonna add half teaspoon of salt. So that's all our dry ingredients. We're gonna mix them up in a bowl. For our cake to be extra fluffy, we want to sieve our flour. Always make sure you sieve your flour, even though it has been already pre-sifted. We want it extra spongy. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Remember, soda has to be fresh. If you're gonna use old soda, which has been on the shelf for a few months, the cake not gonna turn out right. And lots of people wondering why the cake, they followed the instruction and something went wrong. Because your soda wasn't fresh. Half teaspoon of salt, table salt. 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, unsweetened cacao powder. The most natural one you can get. Oopsie. This is a very important step. Lots of people just mix it a little bit and leave it. It's really important that all the ingredients are mixed and combined very well, so the cake tastes the same all throughout and tastes incredible. Really important step. Cake tins. We need 2 cake tins. What we need to do is put some butter on the bottom only and put some baking paper on the bottom, then put a little bit of butter. That's it. We do not put the baking paper on the side. Lots of people make that mistake. We do not need it. It's not gonna a cake won't grow nicely, so we don't need sides, just the bottom, and we're only doing it so it will smoothly come out. The cake will come out perfectly. Size wise, the best ones are from PME. I love this company. It's the best for professionals, and this is the size of it, 152 milliliters on 102 milliliters. That's the one I'll be using today. Okay, we're now gonna combine wet ingredients. So we're gonna start with butter. Butter we're gonna mix, it should be room temperature. We're gonna mix it with sugar. And we're gonna mix it in a mixer until well combined. You want to stop the mixer a few times and scrape down the side of the bowl until those 2 ingredients are well combined. Then we're gonna add the oil, egg yolks, and then vanilla extract. Better quality vanilla extract will give you nicer flavor, of course, in the cake. Once we get those combined, we're gonna add our dry ingredients in a mixer, then a red food gel coloring until we achieve this nice red velvet color. To this, we can then add buttermilk, and then finally we can fold in egg white. 113 grams of room temperature butter, and to this we're gonna add 400 grams of granulated sugar and mix until well combined. We have 116 grams of butter. That would be perfect. 116 grams. We're gonna add 376 grams of granulated sugar. It's a lot of sugar, I can tell you that. And we're gonna mix it. 240 milliliters of vegetable oil. I always measure it on a food scale to make sure it's exact. Very important to get rid of, stop the mixer and get rid of the sides and mix it all together. In the meantime, we're gonna separate egg yolks from the egg whites. It has to be 4 large eggs. The size of the eggs are important, so it has to be large eggs. In the meantime, we're gonna preheat our oven. We want it for 350 Fahrenheit or in the fan oven 160. And we're gonna put them high up in this position, very high up as you can see. For this, we're gonna add some oil slowly. We're gonna be adding oil until we finish. Then egg yolks one at a time. Then 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of vinegar, white vinegar, until combined. To this we're gonna add dry ingredients together with buttermilk. A bit of dry ingredients, buttermilk until we finish all the ingredients, and we're gonna add the red coloring at the end. We need 245 milliliters of buttermilk. We're gonna make sure our egg whites are stiff, and then we can fold them in. We're not gonna use a mixer, we're gonna fold them into the cake mixture for that fluff texture. Our cake mixture will have about 1 kilogram 200, and we want to divide it into equal measurements, so 600 grams each for 2 cakes. Have divided the cake mixture into exact 2 halves. We're gonna add half of the egg whites, but we're gonna fold them in with silicone spatula. So we're gonna fold them lightly in. We don't want to use a mixer because fluffiness of the cake will disappear, will be gone. You can destroy it easily. So we want to use that and incorporate it very lightly. Then we're gonna put them in 2 pans. We're gonna bake them at the same time, and we're gonna bake them about 30 to 35 minutes. You don't want to over bake it, otherwise the cake will be dry, so it's very important. You just want to bake it until it's baked. We're gonna have 60 grams of egg whites in each. I'm gonna bake it 30-35 minutes now. Okay, wet, so another 10 minutes. Add extra 10 minutes because it's a bit shaky. After it's baked, we're gonna leave it for about 5 minutes to cool down in the oven. As you can see here, we're taking the cake out of the oven, putting it on the rack. Look at that. Perfect. Cannot be better than that, right? We just flip them and they come out straight away. Look. Ta-da! Perfection. Cool them down before we can put cream. How to get from the round cake a heart-shaped cake. What we have to do is do an X in the middle, and then we're gonna cut that part off on this side and that part off on this side. Then this part spare, we're gonna add it in here, and that one add it in here, and then we've got a heart. Easy. Now I'm gonna decorate it. Our cake looks incredible. We have to try it. It looks incredible.